All right, part of the three-piece vlog. Not saying this is the last one, but this is part of the three that I needed to make in that series of vlogs. This one being solely on Hueless Vision and what it is going to be and why it is in existence. Okay, because I've had a lot of people ask this over the last 7 months or more, depending on when you're watching this, of its existence. Why does it exist? Why doesn't NoBull exist anymore? And what happened? So let's answer some of that. Okay. Before I do that, if you guys want to know anything about the health stuff or the brief rundown, I got the other two videos. You can go watch them on the YouTube channel. Go check it out. But this one is strictly on Hueless Vision and why. Okay. That being said, let's get into it because we're trying not to make these too long. Okay. We're making them very personal. We're trying to get it out, explain some shit to you. And again, I will make more videos. Anything that I don't answer, I will try to answer in other videos. But let's get into it. Hueless Vision is more of a personal project than NoBull was. Maybe that's the wrong way of saying it because NoBull was a really, really, really important personal project. I worked on NoBull from 2010, and NoBull went through a lot of different variations. It started out as NoBull itself. It was something I started in gaming. But when I got out of business school, I was really driven by certain things because I had just stopped doing the nightclubs and all the other stuff that I was doing, and I had freshly had my record label. So I was like, oh man, I got a record label. I'm doing business. What can I do that's more of the content creation side of things? And NoBull kind of branched off into that. We're talking around like 2010. And I had a lot going on in my life at this time, so it wasn't easy getting it off the ground. So for like the next 10 years, it went from NoBull GI. NoBull GI hadn't been thought of yet. There was NoBull Insights, which was where I did like reviews and news reports and shit like that. More in-depth information-based stuff. And then there was the NoBull gaming side of things. And then there was the NoBull Crew, which inevitably just got absorbed and didn't exist anymore. But that was more of like the community side of things, okay? But NoBull Gaming was what it sounded like. It was NoBull Gaming. It's where everything gaming went to. And then NoBull Insights. Well, I did that for years. I did them separately in separate entities, and it was fine. But it was a lot of work running them, different websites, different everything. It was a pain in the ass. Didn't really, and it made licensing a nightmare, okay? Fast forward, eventually, 2020 comes around, and I'm doing much better in life at this point. Me and my wife are together. Life is going good. A lot of things have changed at this point where I'm in a much better place. Mentally, physically, psychologically, everything, you name it. So I get this wild hair of not only merging all of the things together, but rebranding and restructuring NoBull. And that's where NoBull GI came in. NoBull GI was NoBull Gaming, NoBull Insights, mix them together, GI, NoBull GI. Not that creative, but that is what NoBull GI was. Then it spawned into the network, and it went great for quite a few years. It was doing good. We had people on there. We had plenty of shows. We were doing good. It was going in places. Me and VC Lauren had our own shows. We were planning on getting other people involved as well. But there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes. Political things going on behind the scenes, financial things going on behind the scenes, a lot of things that did not make it easy to keep going. Now, let's fast forward into 2004, midway through. I find myself in a position where I had a lot of negative political things going on within the inner workings of NoBull. A lot of financial things. Financially, it was getting worse. We were in a very bad financial place. I was paying a lot of licensing to keep that as floating, and a lot of the things you guys don't get to see behind websites, licensing, content shit to put in. It was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff. Okay. And offering deals to get people on there, making sure they get paid, so forth and so on. There was a lot of things going on. And I got to a point where my health started wrapping into it, and I started really not doing so well. And I realized that I couldn't keep going at the pace that I was going at. And VC left because of personal reasons, and a lot of other things happened. So that's why I made the decision to do something else. Take the things that worked from NoBull that I enjoyed doing and do something a lot more simpler, a lot more personalized, something that had to do with me and less of a network. The network was great and I loved it. I do not regret doing the network. I don't. It was a great experience and I learned a lot from it. But I needed to do something smaller, something that was just about me. Hence, Hueless Vision. Hueless Vision, the idea of Hueless Vision is, it is my little universe on the internet. It's all the things that I do, and I will slowly start wrapping them all in if I haven't done it by the time you see these videos. Basically, all the creative things that I do, I want them wrapped in, but I will do them on my time. It's not a network. I did make, for the first 6 months of Hueless Vision, I made the mistake, and this is just because of the way my brain works, of basically doing everything the way that I did in NoBull with Hueless Vision. We just moved everything from NoBull over to Hueless Vision, and it was like NoBull 2.0, and that shouldn't have happened. It did, and it shouldn't have, because that's not what Hueless Vision was supposed to be. Hence where we are now as the time of making this video. Everything that I said that I wanted to do at the beginning of Hueless Vision is going into effect now. A lot of things are moving into a more on-demand thing, and things are becoming more relaxed with the live. So, yes, going live gaming, after Spicy Ramen ends with Season 8, probably in the beginning, because it comes out in mid-December-ish, somewhere around then. It'll probably end somewhere in the beginning-ish, first quarter of 2026. Once Spicy Ramen is done, the only live gaming things that I will be doing is the drop. And that's because I enjoy doing day one content. We only do like 1 or 2 of them. The other live bit of content that I will be doing is the IRL stuff. That's going to be me and my wife. We're going to be doing IRL stuff where we do things that you guys request. And we also do crafting and all kinds of other shit. We're going to sit there. We're going to do shit IRL. And you guys can come chat with us, okay? That's what we're going to be doing. I think it'll be very fun, very relaxing. So, yeah, you guys can easily just come and chat with us on that. It's going to be a very relaxed, chill show. Fun, crude humor, so forth and so on. No green screens or anything. We're going to have a backdrop and shit and whatever. It's going to look cool, but it's not going to be as crazy and studio-based as this. It's going to be a little different. A lot more relaxed, okay? Even though there is going to be still a lot of technical shit that goes behind it, but still, regardless. A lot of stuff is going to get regulated to on-demand stuff to make my life a little easier. I'm still going to be making content, a lot of content actually, but it's going to be on my own terms. I will be doing a lot of Let's Plays. We're going to have a Let's Play series. Grim Tales Deep Cuts is coming back. The Let's Play series will be broken down into different things. For example, each game will have its own series. And they will be going on. If I'm playing 3 different games and doing a Let's Play on each one of them will have an ongoing series, and they will end when the game is ended. So we're going to do those in episodic. Grim Tales will be coming back if it hasn't already by the time you're seeing this. Grim Tales Deep Cuts, to be precise. Grim Tales Gaming will also be a thing. Other Grim Tales products will make their faces known. Okay, I won't go too far into that. Me and VC Lauren are in talks as of this moment, as of the time of recording this, of doing another show together. Much different than what we did before, much more relaxed, much more laid back, and much different than what you've seen me do in the past. I like to challenge myself, so why not? I'm not going to give you too much information on that yet because it's not set in stone, but once it is, you guys will know. But just know that's in the works. The merch store and website will be getting a complete overhaul to match what everything that I'm saying. It's going to become less in representation of a network because unfortunately it looks like that still. It's not. It's going to become more streamlined and more laid back, more easier to follow. The merch store is going to be reflective of the creations. Now, yes, there will be Hueless Vision merch, but we're also going to get into the habit of creating designs that we can make for merchandise. Like, I don't know, cool designs, cool ideas, cool sayings, so forth and so on, and putting them in merch ideas. Things that are interesting and unique for you guys that want to purchase and support Hueless Vision. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. A lot's being changed. A lot of it had to do with political and financial shit. What we're doing now is it is a lot easier to financially hold down. There is still a lot of financial shit that goes in the background. That's why I say the support that I get on Twitch and elsewhere goes a long way and helps out a lot. But the financial burden is nowhere near as compared to what it was with NoBull. So there's a lot of financial decisions why I did what I did with NoBull. There's personal reasons why I did what I did. And there was a lot of politics behind the scenes that didn't make me feel very well. And I felt that it was time for it to go. So yeah, going forward, Hueless Vision, we got a lot of shit coming in the future. We have a lot of stuff planned for you guys. A lot of things are going to be much different. They're going to be done a different way, a lot more relaxed, because for my own health and my own sanity, it needs to be done. Also, one of the other reasons why, and I think I will explain this in another video, AI. AI has put more hindrance on the things that I do than I really say. I don't want to hate AI, but AI has killed a lot of things, unfortunately, and especially if you're a long-form content creator. If you're a 60-second TikToker and you use AI, you're in the perfect time. You're in the perfect time. You're gonna thrive. But if you're a long-form creator and you like to make really high-end quality of your own shit, whatever that might be, it's not a great time for it. And it's a lot of competition with something that is really hard to compete with. Okay, something that can think a lot faster than the human person. But I won't go into that again. I will save that for another one. But for now, that is Hueless Vision wrapped up in a nutshell. There is a lot going on, guys. A lot is being planned, and I hope you guys enjoy what I have for you. This is part of the 3 that I said I was going to make, and I will make more vlogs, okay? Expect there to be more. There'll be a section on the YouTube channel and on the website specifically for these. I will make more when they are necessary and when I want to talk about more. But for now, these are the 3 that I wanted to say. Thank you guys for staying for this personal chat. No music, no intros, nothing too crazy. Thank you for joining me for that. Again, I will make more. But with that said, enjoy all the other content that I make that I actually put a lot of thought into, and there's a lot of production that goes into it. It's not much different than this. Thank you for all the support that you give me on all the things that I do. I will make more of these. If you guys want me to talk about other things, let me know in the comments, in voice, in fucking Discord, in messages, whatever. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about, and I will try my very best to do that. But with that said, thank you guys for sitting through me rambling and explaining things to you. And enjoy the rest of the shit I do. Until then, peace out, guys.